Yo, how is everybody? We are back. Lots of stuff. Life is scattered. Hey Robo, how are you? How is everybody? Sorry I'm late. I know I lost track of time, but also just everything is very up in the air. One of those, I'm gonna say weeks. We'll see if next week gets a little bit more straightened out, but here we are. We made it to Friday. Maybe not the last day of the work week for everybody, but a measure of progress. Let's see. So we're working on Gator. We could still work on Gator. I'm scattered. Place. And there's something that kind of bothers me that has been laying around, so I might poke that a little bit. We'll see how far we get. Again, we have a lot of things going on, so we could always jump into Blender. We could always jump back into Macablo. This is going to be a module that's already in Macablo that we're touching up. Yeah, that's me. How are you? How's everybody? What's everyone up to? Definitely switching into gear. Turning brain on. Okay, so there's something weird about rotating. I did it wrong. I'll admit it. You're good, me? Not too bad. I'm a little confused today. I'm trying to figure out the proper iOS build pipeline and stopped right at the very beginning with oh yeah, I forgot that Xcode only runs on a Mac, so I have to actually acquire some sort of Mac, and then that is a very specific thing. You don't just get any Mac or Apple product. It needs to have specifications, which they're not going to detail for you. Man. So I'm good. Maybe a little stressed. I don't love working with Apple. And then someone told me that it got easier, because it used to be a nightmare. It used to be like a huge, long, arduous process of registering an app and getting your licenses and validation and provisioning, all that stuff, and then distribution. I heard all that got easier, and now the idea of using an older version of Xcode that's gonna be all the pain it used to be. Not looking forward to it. I don't know if I'm stuck to it. We'll see. It's also not super easy to just find out what is the oldest Mac that you can use to do certain things. So I don't know. That's how I lost time today. What a rabbit hole it was. Okay, so this problem that we have definitely around rotating. Actually, if we just run it in here, do we get the issue? Check it out. That's why you love Linux? I mean, I know what you mean from that standpoint, but as soon as someone is like, hey, I need you to make an iOS app for me, you using Linux is now more of a problem because you have the same problems I do. But not maybe more of a problem. Equally problematic. You now also need to go get a Mac because, again, the ecosystem's very closed. Yeah. So I can't appreciate Linux. I like that Unity can build for Linux. That's actually not a problem. I think there's a couple things that you change. You alter the path that you look at, I think, in Unity games. Um, it's really trivial. I think if there's anything else, I think that's it. Yeah, Linux has gotten a lot easier. Okay, all of this crap. Just want to cut all of this out. This is happening multiple times in the game, and I don't need this. It's more or less working. But there are some places that's, yeah, this is showing that we're rotating incorrectly. We're either switching the variables for the height and length too early, or we should never switch them. Or some other weird thing where, I don't know, everything else I think is just translating A to A. You know what I mean? It doesn't actually make a change. You have code and you think that it does something. It doesn't actually change anything. It's just copium. Copium code. Both speak Bash. So I have always gotten either Git Bash or Cygwin. So like on Windows, I've never needed to use Bash. I can always go Bash. I would agree. Bash is wonderful for a lot of things. Yeah, I don't, Batch feels like they tried real hard to make a kind of command line terminal thing, and then at some point they like forgot. Maybe the person working on it got sick, and they came back and they kind of like forgot what they were working on, and you know, when the documentation went up, it just, you know, they did the best they could. That's what Batch always felt like to me. Like almost. I see what you tried to do there, but yeah, Bash is just way more successful. Yeah, I think Git has always had the option of doing Git Bash, so as long as I've been like developing, because I pretty much have had Git the entire time I've been doing any sort of code thing. I've always, yeah, had that. There's a point where I had Cygwin for some reason, which is another Bash terminal for Windows. Don't remember why I got it, but again, I never want to go back to Batch. BATCH. I always want to stay in Bash. BASH. Right? Man, if you had Windows compatibility with the Linux environment, I think we'd all be happy. We'd all be all set. But unfortunately, both Mac and Linux, if software doesn't work for them, that can be a shippable bug for a lot of software. And that's rough. Forget what. There's definitely been a couple of games where like the Mac OS version doesn't work or can't get past the main menu or something, and it's just a shippable bug because like they plan on selling like 2 million copies and they only expected to hit like a few thousand Mac users because Mac isn't, or used to not be, very game forward. I think it's still not super game forward because don't you just use a virtual machine? Yeah, Linux too. I think that's one of the big benefits. I think doing a virtual machine with Windows is usually the best Windows experience. My father-in-law loves Windows on a Mac, but also Mac on a Mac and Linux on a Mac. Much respect. We're still on. Oh, nothing's null or out of range. those all make sense. Just take those out. I don't think those super help since some things are working. This is the important one. If something's actually out of range. And yeah, that one also looks important. Just breakouts. We might stop rotating something altogether. Do some testing, maybe the more basic scene. You would agree? Sweet. I think when there was something specific I needed. I think I was running programs through other programs. It's like going through the system commands and starting up a program with a specific command line. I think that's the only thing I've needed batch for. But even that, I'm sure you can just open up bash. Oh, how bad is that? To open up a batch script to auto run and then open up bash to run the rest of it. Promise I wouldn't really do it. Okay, all right, one more time. Whenever Yag gets here, we're gonna play Yag's game. Got that open, installed, all that stuff. Installed. I clicked the exe and it opens, and I have confidence it'll do it again. Okay, exceeded. And then it breaks, so it can't continue to exceed. So where do we do the rotating? Does have a bullshit? Should know if it worked or not, or if it could fit. Does it mean we're actually exceeding the bounds? Am I being a fool? Hey Gav, how are you? You hate hitting wrong buttons? Your phone isn't keeping up with you taking notes today? That is a bummer. Yeah, I've definitely had some notes I go back through and it's like, random looking words that got auto corrected in the middle of a note passage to do some like reconstruction. Watching boot, Greg, maybe. I think so. I think the wife is recording tonight. I should be free. I have to end at 6, like right at 6. Then I have to. I'm gonna hang out with the wife. She's gonna start at like 7 or 7:30. Means that I'm gonna be free, at least for the beginning of Greg's stream. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I still don't know about watching Alan Wake content. I'm trying to stay spoiler free. But I should be there for the beginning, hopefully. Everything goes well. Yeah, how are you? What are you up to today? Okay, yes, while we're doing this, we increment this. Done with this row. Go to this call, we zero that out, and then we advance this. Alright, I haven't really sunk my brain into this yet. I kind of want to know I as well. I guess J while we're at it, right? Could shed some light on something. He shaped up length. That's kind of right, I think, that the length should be set off of the dot y, but then there's the y plus. If the y is a negative, then adding the piece dot y is going to be smaller than piece dot y on its own, obviously, but I don't think y is ever negative. If y is less than 0, then we have a 0. Or we have an error being thrown. I mean, we're not exiting out, but we should at least see causing problems. Literally the phrase causing problems. Be close to it too. I see nothing. Let's go sample scene. Oh yeah, J isn't in this context. Another J is here. We don't need any of this. I is the only thing in question here. I think. No, J is going to be Y. See, I shouldn't assume. Let's put in Y. Do I want that like end stops too? Maybe. Brewster's getting jump scared by it and you're okay. I mean, you know, he's probably like, he's like solving puzzles. You know what I mean? He has his guard down. He's trying to be, you know, as open-hearted, open-minded, trying to absorb as much as possible. And then, yeah, you just can't guard against the jump scares in that situation, right? You have a clip? Oh my, okay, share the clip. Yeah, we're gonna watch that. Oh, but I don't have audio. Definitely throw it in the chat. I will watch, I will react. Very excited. Okay, pause. Yeah, I think this is safe. It's just smoke too. It's the sound though. I bet it's the sound. It's like getting hit by a train or something. Good thing I didn't have sound. He would totally blow my teen rating. There's one first one? Oh, that's number 2? Okay, wait, where's the first one? Let's check Booster Greg's videos. Where's them clips? Not top, those are skewed. Newest. Top 7 days? I don't see it. Did the other one get published? Or did he take it down? You have it? Perfect. Okay, paused. How would that not jump scare everyone? Oh, that's horrifying. That didn't need to happen. That one actually upsets me. That one's actually like please, like, don't stoop so low that you just need to throw, you know, pictures of dead babies in front of me, like flash them in front of me to get a jump scare. Like, that's just bad development, in my opinion. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I have an opinion, and it shall be smelt. This game's more of a horror game. Yeah, you know, I didn't mind that it was darker. I liked that it wasn't a horror game, I guess, like an outright horror game. And that makes me rethink whether I'm actually going to play it or not. Wow. Sometimes games do things to emotionally manipulate me in a way that I think is cheap. And I have, in the past, made a ruling that I'm not going to play a game over certain things. I think one of those was It Takes Two, which is supposed to be like a big co-op game, and you play like parents, and there's a situation in there that I'm just like, I find it unacceptable that you're going to make me play through this. Like a really heart-wrenching bad decision that poor parents with bad guidance make, and you know, they just make you barrel right towards it. Anywho, I mean, there's a little bit more to it than just that. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want dead babies shoved in my face. Pretty much in any game I ever play. It's like a Resident Evil game now. Well, that means that it'll be played all year, every year, for the end of time by everybody on Twitch. And spoopy season will come around and everyone's gonna be bored of it. There's no good jump scares. Can't prove you wrong. They're all cheap because they play on built-in reflexes. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I don't mind scares in general, I guess, but yeah, jump scares specifically, where they're using engineered music, engineered visuals, quick cuts, lighting flashes, which can like give you a slight epileptic trigger to make you feel sick before you actually see anything sickening. It's fair. Tribal horror. Okay, this is why I'm waiting for Control 2. You hoping to get another jump scare clip from today? Sounds good. Sounds good. I want to like cover up the jump scare. I want to get just the Greg reaction. Because that last one, like I was like, okay, there's something horrifying coming, and then man, it really is just like the Fight Club subliminal messaging. Just splice in something that they don't want to see really quick and just watch them be horrified. But that sounds like fun. Okay, stops. Where are our stops? Just this. I think it's just this and the other one. That's X. Okay, data. Give me the data. Screen clip the face of Booster? Definitely could. We could make a small compilation for TikTok of just him being scared. And that first one, yelling at game, being deep in thought, that's it. That's the thing. They give you something interesting to think about, and then bam, here's something horrifying. Even though I guess it wasn't that horrifying. Again, that one was just smoke and a loud noise. So what are you up to? You stopped Undertale, right? That was too hard. So you're moving on to, I forgot. I blanked. Brain's not working. Too much stuff going on. Otherwise, 6, eyes 5. Okay. J00, sure. It stops at 6. Interesting. Stops at 4. It's 0 to 5. Another eye gets to 6. It's just exiting, saying there's an error. But it wouldn't be an error. I wasn't calling it an error. I think. Which makes me think, let's copy this and comment it and put it on the other side. Because it should just stop, hopefully stop running before this triggers naturally. Yeah, we'll see. Please. Nice, otherwise, whatever, we just take out the comment, keep the break. Okay. $389. Grid. Okay. I think that worked. I think that makes sense. Just find the other one. This. Same situation. Okay, so I don't need this one at all. Just double check and then got them all. Oh, Evil Within, right. And the second one. Cool. Are you finding Evil Within to be comparable, actually? Because now it seems like the content would be similar. Actually, okay, I think I want this one spoiler, but just about how the game works. In Alan Wake 2, if you're there and listening, do you still have the idea of like using the flashlight to take down armor and then a gun to finish enemies off? Or is it have they gone off the original Alan Wake mechanics? It is. Okay. At least they have that. That's important to me. Works with the story. It is like a new mechanic. If they ditched that, it'd be kind of like, what's the point? In Alan Wake 2? Cool. Well, yeah. I don't think I'm around tomorrow. You're on Sunday, though, right? I'll be around Sunday. Okay. Seems good. Maybe we could have another test that doesn't have everything being true. Actually see it rotate. Hmm. I don't know how important this is. It's happening a lot. I'd rather it not happen. Hmm. Anywho, that's cool. So Evil Within, and then drawing, continuing your drawing stuff. And then Catalyst, what are you up to today? How's your character? Okay. Do we start with any interesting data? So these are pieces. It would be cool to try one piece that had a false in it. Struggling with a basic walk cycle again? Well, if it helps, it's normal to struggle with probably a few walk cycles. And I thought I was getting good at walk cycles. I was getting good at walk cycles for quadrupeds. Then I had to do that drama deer character. It felt like I knew nothing, like I was starting from absolute scratch. Doesn't even run at stable 24 frames per second. I also find that Blender doesn't necessarily run the smoothest. Not even a super big complaint. I'm sure the rig has a lot of features on it. And the more features you put on a Maya rig, the slower it goes. And I think they're kind of equivalent, honestly. I think Rigify just gives you everything right out of the box. There's also this thing where Maya animators, I'm sure Blender animators too, need to do something called, in Maya it's a play blast, which is they will render, like take a screenshot of each frame in an animation and then compile that into a movie that you can watch. So that way you have a real-time representation of your animation that's not dependent on them calculating any of your rig or updating viewports or anything like that. That is kind of a standard practice for animators, and I think only recently we've kind of pushed to the point where it's less necessary because we can get better real time with like really big computers. And Maya also had like a huge optimization pass. I'd say don't feel bad if it is kind of like performance stuff, and it might be worth just doing a quick 10% scale render of the final thing. You know what I mean? Like keep all your render settings, and then I think you can just change the like resolution percent and just change that down to like, I don't know, 1025 and let it run and throw it through a GIF maker and see how it looks. Actually, I wonder if there's an add-on for Blender that'll give you, again, in Maya it's a play blast. I don't know if that helps. But yeah, just something to give you a representation of the actual timing of your animation. Have to look into that. I would suggest it. Especially if you're hung up on that. I just go forward, and it sometimes looks bad at the end, and I have regrets. Let's say nothing that I'm saying is perfect. Interesting. That one kind of works. Everything else kind of pushes towards the left. I mean, it'll try and place properly. Oh no, it won't. There it is. Okay, that kind of worked. Kind of, but where's the blank spot? Oh no. Okay, wait, something definitely broke. Where did that guy go? Can't click him. Hello? Fine. Console, please error, please. Already placed. Okay, well that's not triggering now. And there's that missing from stored stuff. If I actually want to debug this, I think maybe we should have text for each cell, and then the text should change to the index number of whatever's in the cell. So it'll have -1 for almost everything, and then we can see why or when something changes to like be empty when it's not. Wonder if it has to do with interacting with another piece. Anyway, how much of your walk cycle do you have, Callus? The other. That one says -1. That one also says -1. Oh, that's a mouse over one. Very smart of me. Oh yeah, I have a little mouse over thing. And past danger was really thinking. Oh, like how much of your walk cycle do you have? Or do you have a full walk cycle and you just don't think it looks good? You need a break and you want to try coding stuff. I could give you the code that makes the turn from the straight walk. And then you can try and transcode that into Python and Blender. Just an idea. This still says missing from grid. Okay, if it says missing from grid when we're over the black space, then that's fine. Expected even. Okay, interesting. Does this actually happen more than once? Guess it could. 232, 260. So I'm clicking. Would it already be in there? You've keyed foot bones and Z location for torso, but it doesn't all match up yet. Okay. Jittery FPS really screws up guesstimating the motion. I don't want to be the one to just be like, you should do it differently. But I think I was taught, and I've always kind of adhered to without really breaking from tradition, is hitting poses. And you know, if you kind of understand the poses, you can exaggerate them, you know, in certain ways. But there should be like 3 or 4 walk cycle poses. In fact, when I put in walk cycle, the Google autofill is like reference, animation, and poses. Oh yeah, third one down, poses. Let's see what they have. This is legit and safe. This is the one I started on. This is the Animator's Survival Guide, I think. It's also animated. These are all, I think, from Animator's Survival Guide. Like, yeah, passing pose I find the most important. And then you have like the about to fall pose. You have the, I don't know, kind of standard Disney pose. That's how you see all of them with the 2 contact points. And then the like, yeah, in between of the passing. So passing, and then you have like a before and after passing, and then you have your 2 contact points pose. Doing that somewhat? Sounds good. You got the cycle split in 4 plus 4 stages. Okay. You don't want to copy the curves from a sheet. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. But yeah, I just try to make sure that I have like a... I think I start with a contact pose, so I'll put them in the pose that's kind of relaxed with their legs the furthest apart that feels right. Again, quads are the things I've gotten most comfortable with. And then from there, I usually just kind of like push the body and the one foot that needs to move a little bit, and then I'll push the foot a little bit further and then key that. And then I'll put the whatever in betweens of like lifting the foot. But I like hitting contact points. Yeah, it is a process that needs to be learned more than anything else, I think. Getting comfortable with the rut almost of, you know, using similar number keys, similar spacings, and yeah, similar goals. Like, it doesn't have to be the same exact pose, but the pose needs to be... So, like, the Shaggy skating one was kind of interesting, because it would do a foot plant behind him, and then the foot would move forward, and then lift up. So it was similar to a thing. You know, you still have your contact, you still have your transition, you still have a passing pose. But the fact that you're sliding and going forward and out of control means that you're doing like a reverse walk cycle. Very weird. But yeah, you still need to, like, I guess, show the points where they're trying to keep same torso height, similar torso height, so the knees bend more, the passing points, and then the contact points. And I'm going to stop harping on the same thing over and over. Okay, so not null. Let's put a name in. Actually, does piece have a name? It does. I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to debug, but let's just put if it's null. There we go. So if it's already placed, but they're all null, that's kind of a dead giveaway of an issue. Yeah, or multiple null. At least I highlighted it. Now we'll actually trigger which one it is and hopefully solve it. Okay. Chance it's a partially formed idea. Maybe we should have a silly week where we animate Ministry of Silly Walks. That could be fun. Already has these. Why would it have that piece? When we pick it up, everything should have it removed. It should be in no grids. Okay, now we know. We need more info. Okay, keep remembering. We're gonna play Yag's game today. Probably after first break. Alright, already has name. Then we need the dimensions. Piece.x and piece.y. Hmm. I'm really confused. I could like print out all the stored pieces that it has, I guess. Pieces for each piece. Okay. Let's just say every time that we're storing a piece. We don't actually have anything that just always happens. We can't even find out if this function happens twice in a row. Oh, if I'm being really lazy. This one's not going to add up if they have different names. Okay, my laziness has gone to a whole new level. Storing piece, pre-stored piece. But if you didn't collapse, then you're the first time. How did you exist? Because my brain just not working. Oh, this has a different stack trace. Gonna put $sign here. Can. Yeah, okay. So it stores that. It's not storing in this one. They should be separate grids. Okay. I also wanted to start off with some different looking pieces if we could. Where'd that false go? Oh, I see what happened. Put a little stripe in it. Okay. Yeah, that does work. We do rotate. Kind of wanted this one to be the one that rotates, but that's fine. Guess I should have a name for the grid. We're in grid, right? Grid has a name, I think. I guess the question, do we actually set grid names? Game object. Where's the grid? Okay, it can be grid. Let's see if that works. Cool. All right, storing in grid 2. The other one gets stored too, though, right? String piece also in grid 2. Storing in grid 1. Okay. That's probably 0. Yeah, actually getting called twice. Is this me? 223, 177. Okay, wait, that seems very odd to me. One line. Oh, 223 versus 233. That'll do it. Okay, so I'm doing if, and then I'm doing the thing. That's so redundant. Do we just cut this? Hmm. Cool, no error there. Okay, the auto placing is kind of annoying. I guess that could be changed. You don't automatically auto place. Okay, wait, what happened there though? You need to swap pieces. I bet that was the issue. And I bet it took the other piece out and then, don't know, cleaning up this. Okay, all right, we have some evidence of the crime being committed. Yeah, hi, how are you? What are you up to today? I downloaded the game. I have it ready somewhere. Maybe I will take a break soon, in a few minutes, and I'll come back and do a playthrough. Unless you need time to wake up, so you can, have a good first time viewing of my reaction. Whatever works for you. I'm excited. I double clicked the exe and it ran. So, whatever malware you installed, it's working fine, I'm sure. Been awake, it's all good. Awake resident sleeper. Gotcha. Cool. Alright, yeah, I'll probably take a break soon and then we'll start that up. That should be fun. More fun than figuring out any of this. I think all the flipping works. Good. You can cut that out. Hope I read the itch page. You recently updated it. Doing my man. Like, how recently? I checked it. I guess it was like 2 hours ago. Okay, it looks similar with a reload. Right, force reload, control R. Same as F5, right? That's fine then. Excellent. I wanted to make sure that was up to date. Because I think the only reason I didn't play it yesterday was to make sure you had time to update stuff. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready. Let's cut out some of this crap. I think this is important, the true. Because it's telling us what's occupied, and the cleaning up is removing a thing. So this could be the issue we're actually having. I mean, yeah, it goes 6 by 4. It's 1 by 4 in grid 0. After it needed to swap parts. Okay, this logic doesn't matter that much. This is only for our test scenario in here. Yeah, I think our rotating's good. Really wanted to get the rotating out of the console logs because it's a lot every time we make a village. Clutter. Some Windows users reported crashes, so you're interested to see if this happens to me too. What kind of crash? What should I be anticipating? That can pick up. That can pick up. Not placing item. Why? Oh. Why don't you want to do the swap? That does the swap. God, why is it working now? Swap needs to click right on the thing. Just don't want to swap that. Those two. Fine. Problem pieces. There's a problem piece. That piece is a child. When clicking play, there's a chance it will crash. You're 99% sure it's because of shader compilation. Okay, I didn't click play yet. When I launch the game and press play, make sure to give it a second to let it compile shaders. The odd thing is that it should only happen once, but apparently there's something wrong with it. Okay, are some people just saying, oh, it crashed after like a second and giving up on it? I have been very blessed. I put in some really stupid code that it functions, but it takes 10 minutes to make a map for Macablo. And surprisingly, the 10 minutes has been consistent among users between very high-end systems and very low-end systems, which is just tells me that I'm doing some things in the right way because it's not worse on low-end machines, but I'm doing something in a like patently bad way because every system is taking like the same amount of time roughly to like do large memory allocations and then garbage cleanup. Very interesting. It's odd. It crashes after the first time playing, when it should already have the shader cache. Okay. Okay. Um, I could imagine I have some things that prevent writing to disk. Actually, I wonder if I should set that up on break. Like, give your game permission to write files, because, yeah, it probably won't like that you're writing demo data. But I wonder if that would also affect caches, and if anyone else would be affected by that. Actually, don't control shader compilation Godot? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I don't. Well, I could if I really, really wanted to affect some shader compilation in Unity, but in general, yeah, it's all done by Unity. Not exactly a black box process, but kind of like a Pandora's box that you don't want to open up because the horrors within. Shouldn't matter, it writes only app data in the exe folder. So I have a Windows Defender thing, like a ransomware protection, which means that you need to specifically let specific apps write to your disk at all, or like, yeah, affect anything. So I wonder if it would do the shader compilation and have a live reference to what it needs from the shader compilation, but then on second playthrough, for whatever reason, it like didn't save it. I wonder if it gets away with something. You know what I mean? Some sort of flag to say that it was run the first time, but then doesn't actually save the data. I should whitelist it. It does write binary files. Fair. Yeah, I literally just thought about that when you were talking about this. But yeah, you have your system that writes data. That's definitely going to get flagged. Okay. Well, 3:30? Shout out to 3:30. Uh, it's a fine time to take a break. Maybe we'll do that. And we'll be back soon, and we'll do some Yag game, some dungeon game. Okay, this has a bug that doesn't matter. We fixed a lot of the things we really wanted to fix. Sweet. Sweet. Alright, see you soon. Okay, we're back. Sorry for taking so long. And to answer an email. Gonna be like, wow, since when does Danger play drums and bass on his stream? Because you forgot that you turned on some music on your end. Forgot about it. Isn't it nice that I can have a nice quiet stream? So that way you can have someone else that, I don't know, like Jern, when Jern comes on and he's playing Yag jams. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. At first I was like, I'm a streamer. I need to provide the full experience. And I was like, actually, as I use Twitch more, I feel like it's good to have people that you can stack on other people. And I'll just be one of those stackable people. You too? Phone died? Sorry. Enjoy your lurk. Have a good day. We're gonna do Yag's game now. Actually, Yag, does Dungeon Game have audio that we should consider? It's nice. Like it when streamers do it. Unfortunately, you won't be doing it. That's fine. That's fine. You're one of the people you put on to have good jams in the background. No audio. Perfect. Okay. Let us commence. So, Dungeon Game. Dungeon Game. The dungeon that is a game with a lantern in a dungeon. Don't have a name for the game yet. Dungeon name's good. So we escape the dungeon before our lantern runs out of fuel. Where's the exit? Keep looking. Some say it's a narrow corridor without a coffin. Oh, this could be spooky. Am I gonna be jump scared? It's very dark. You can't do much while it is dark because you only have one arm. Light up the area by hanging your lantern on the hooks around the dungeon, but beware the dangers that lurk within. Okay, I've seen a little bit of this. Okay. So WASD and mouse. Expected. Left click, interact. Right click, raise lantern. Left click and right click together is blow fire. And then I'll, I guess, highlight this stream. And then export that. And we'll have like a YouTube reaction of me playing. Okay, I was also thinking, I'm gonna hide chat for the first playthrough. No one can tell me anything. I've seen what there is to see for manual. Now cut myself off. We'll have one playthrough where I know nothing, and we'll get full react. And then I promise I'll remember to bring chat back, and we'll catch up. And yeah, then maybe we can play again with instruction if we get hung up or something. But I think it's really healthy to have just like a blind playthrough without knowing anything. So bye, chat. Okay, I can't see chat. Chat's gone. Okay. So we open game. Game looks like this. Should be full screen. We made it full screen. Dungeon of no gates. We will save gameplay for feedback. Username for demo file. Danger. That's me. Oops. Is it 3? Let's click out of this. Or hit enter. I ruined it already. State chart, go away. Okay, you know what? We're gonna try that again. That's my fault. That's totally on me. I know what happened. You know what? I'm just gonna... Okay, that I didn't expect. Is it T? Is it T that does it? Hold on, I'm gonna learn this first. Because this might be genuine feedback, actually. Username for demo file. Okay. It's H. Okay, that kind of makes sense. We're going to go H-less. This is weird. Okay, T3 H. That's H, right? T3H changer. Okay. We got past that. People tell me that's the hardest part. Okay, cool. So we got that. Mouse sensitivity. I don't know what I need it to be yet. First piece of feedback. Besides that, you can't have an H in your name, otherwise you'll pop the thing up. I think I'm good. From what you've told me, I think I'm good. All right, play. Maximize. Nope, not maximize. You're gonna miss part of the screen. We'll put it here. Okay. 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 Spooky. Ah, the number keeps going down. I'm scared of number go down. Make number big. I put thing up. Found chest. Inside chest, there is thing. What do I do with thing? Did that just go in? Okay. And going down the corridor. Cool textures. It's dark. I died. I assume it came from behind? Did the number go? We're gonna try again. I found the crash. I'm gonna try it again. Sorry, chat. You're still in chat jail. Apologies. I'm curious though. Gonna work again? Okay, number keeps going down. Number stops going down when I hang lantern. Okay. Number goes down as long as I have lantern. Oh, there's a shift. I can hold shift to run. Is that intended? Okay, this. Does this change number? Okay, that gives extra. 13%. Okay, now I gotta be ready to take off. If it is indeed the number that kills me. Click. And the number's not going down. Why is number not going down? I'll take it. Scared to move. I don't want number to go down. Cheese? Oh, I like cheese. Okay, dark scary, dark scary. Ah! Okay, I kind of see you. I kind of see you. You should die. You should die. But I love you. Okay, I'm near light. That doesn't stop it. That doesn't stop it. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. No. Circles. No. Okay. All right. We're gonna bring chat back. All right. I'm back. I'm here. Can we do a marker or something? Is that a command? Okay. Stream has a marker. I'll just figure out where I started before that. Cool. So yeah, I enjoyed that. I feel like I really have to like learn the layout. It would be cool if it had a mini map that unveiled, so I didn't actually have to learn things. It just like gave me a nice big reward whenever I moved forward. You know, some progress. So I don't have to learn it and play over and over. Though play over and over, I guess, is part of the point. I'll play again. Finally, a game where Bill Gates is not involved. Okay, I can appreciate that, except I really like Minesweeper, and I'm not going to apologize for that. Danger 3. Oh, so if I do Danger 2 and I do playback demo file, is that... We're going to try that soon. Crashes at, when you press play after you die. That makes sense. It boots you. I wonder if people started it and then like left it and died, and then it came back and they thought that they were never started it or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe they just neglect to say that they played once while the game was active. Okay, here we go. We're running. We're running. We're running. We're getting to here. We're putting that up. 76%, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So easy to get lost. There's like a T-junction over there. Yeah, shift to run. That's not my imagination, right? You should put that somewhere. Did I forget it? Also, signifying that you're in a rest spot would be cool, because there's like a lot of tension, and you know, giving the safe spot like releases. It's a nice to have. Do I see it? Do I see it right there? Can we kill it? I'm gonna try and kill it. Hi you. Hi you. Moving. That's a coffin. Looked in the coffin. Provisions somewhere, anywhere. Okay, this is where I'm like, if the chains glowed more, that would be sick. Because I feel like I'm probably missing a lot. And I'm in panic mode. The playback demo file functionality doesn't use the text file. You can check the playback checkbox, click select demo, which will bring up a file dialog that you'll have to resize. Then select and click play. That's something we should try? Oh, okay. Like demo file. Sure. This one. Why not? And do I do play? Oh, cool. Mm-hmm. I see, I've lost like 20% looking for the thing. But really, you should be like Tarzan, right? Tarzan with a lantern. You'd just be going from chain to chain. And then you have the nice save spots. Interesting. I want to analyze my own playthrough if I'm going to get through this. Okay, save spot. Oh, I have to resize it to see the actual file tree. I mean, yeah, okay. Try it next time. I'm happy I figured that out. I feel like, yeah, that's not the most clear thing in the world. I just tried it. Thankfully, I did. So you know what? I'm just gonna chalk it up to something you probably already know, like that the triangle's a little triangle. The prism is a little weird, and the faucet totally makes sense actually. You're just like a sign above it with a little flame on it. Okay. And then there's no way to get back. Fair. Okay, I'm kind of curious. You didn't know the pasta was in already, so you put the green cheese? Okay, cool. You know what? Working on a team, it can be tricky. Okay, put it down. Is there fuel in here? Like the first room, maybe from a noob perspective, should also be a safe spot. Yeah, if chains glowed or were like shiny enough to really, you know, always pick up some glint from the lantern, whatever. They were visible, I feel like this would be a banger. It already is a banger. 86. This is deja vu. Okay, I learned how to use door. I'm in here. I drink the fuel. Should be, didn't think of it. It's fair. Then again, this is great for being 2 weeks. Get out of here. Okay, now okay, that's a thing. Where's the chain? Okay, get in there. Oh my god, it's right in front of me. That's not okay. It's still so cute though. Does it kill me? Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh, look at the little butts wiggle. Oh, I was so terrified, and now I'm so amused. Do they attack the lantern? Can I not die when I'm I'm not holding it. Now I'm like feeling like maybe I don't want to touch that lantern. Maybe I have some like magic immunity. Oh, they're so cute. You go that way? That way. Oh, I bet I'm backwards. I bet I'm backwards. No, wait, that seems new. Oh, I'm gonna die though. Hello, chain. Chain. I'm off the chain. No. In the bad way. Okay, that bug. What did that say? I did it? Oh, Yag. I'm excited. Playing it exactly the way you wanted people to play it. I'm very glad. I mean, it's a fun little gameplay loop. Can't chat on mobile? No worries. A great job, Arrow. Ah, I did it. Okay. The end room should be like lit or uh maybe yeah, just when you get there. Obviously, you probably already know. Like yeah, when you get there, like a glow up, something that transforms the room. I mean, or just do the play the video of going down the stairs and load up the next level. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great first level. So I ran out of fuel or health and finished it. Yeah, a little surprising, but I ran for it. I was in deep. I don't know if I could fully retrace my path. I feel like it was a zigzag. Like forward, right, left, forward, right, left. A little bendy left all the way. That was cool. Def mark in some way. Thinking of putting a very obvious gate in there, but there's no gates. I think stairs. Stairs would be good. I enjoyed that. Is there more? Do you feel like there's anything that I missed? Is there something else I should be like exploring for? Some Easter eggs or something? Okay, well, next version. I feel accomplished. Thank you, Yag. I really appreciate that. And Arrow, that was an amazing game. That was a lot of fun. I don't usually like spooky games, but I guess I already knew what your spider looked like, and it's adorable. And it getting in your way is problematic. If it doesn't kill you, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I don't know. Good game. Next patch. More patches to this beta while simultaneously working on the real thing. That's exciting. Uh, yeah, that is cool. I know I want to do a game jam. What what style of game jam would you call this? I was thinking about it. I had notes on this somewhere. Um, where was it? Oh, all right. Okay, it's weird. I was just, it just came into my mind, and I wrote it down. The Yag Maverick Ero Rebel Jam, or the Merry Jam. Maverick Yag. Yag Ero, Rebel Yag. Because you like subverted the Let 'em Dare. I like it. 2-week game jams feel nice though. Not meant to be used by anyone but us? That's fair. Okay, fine. I'll have to make a competing one that's 2 weeks and a day. Or something, I don't know. I'll figure it out. That would be dope. Oh, respond to Crazy. Play demo file, select demo file, open demo folder are confusing. You should simplify that. I mean, yeah, it does feel good though. Like, it could be a feature. Replays are nice. I had a replay system I rolled back in the day. I have not touched it in like probably like a decade. I should do it. I mean, adding it into my cobble would be a thing. Every action, I remember you would have to like log. Not that it was that hard. You just like have to put it everywhere. Hmm. I think I don't want this hanging around, but if I need to debug stuff, we kind of need something. And just debug, right? Grid has yet to have any debug. Is enough pain to make that system in the first place? Ain't no way you're polishing it up for general use. I mean, I don't even know how much it needs polishing. Like, you just need to go back to the main menu. Make sure to zip up the demos folder and send it over to you. Oh yeah, wait, where is that? Exactly. Can you give me like a... Oh wait, is it just in the demo? I think I saw the downloads folder involved. Means that it never left. Okay, zipping now. I don't want to forget. And then open up a Yag DM. Hold on. Someone sent me a message and it's immediately captivated me. Wait a second. Okay, I need to look into that more. Interesting. Okay, so, sorry. Being so distracted. Yeah, you get a demos folder. What happened with testing different engines? I still want to do that. I just don't know that I have time for it. So I think I might be pushing it off a little bit. Yeah, things are getting really busy, and luckily, one of my clients said it would be fine if we did stuff on stream. So we will be working on one project on stream, which should make my life easier, like a lot easier, and means that we probably don't need to take any breaks, especially any big breaks from stream. But yeah, that's the way we're going for the time being. Next couple months. Thanks for playing. No problem. Thank you for letting me play. It was a pleasure. I'm still thinking about it. I want to play more. Now I want to play games. It's 420, blaze it. Game time, woo. No, it is what it is. Okay, so tell me about some other people's reactions. How many people have finished it? Sorry, I'm dying. Let me finish dying. I also like throwing this at the top. Cool. Clean this up. It's a whole lot of the load stuff. Or writing console out for loading has been getting cluttered. It's not all on this system, but it doesn't help. Wait, Cryogy, you snuck in. Cryogy, how are you today? How's your Friday going? What are you working on? Sorry, brain's all over the place today. Very fun, very exciting day with tons of problems to solve. And wonderful friends to chill with when I remember. Please, fill me in. Or not. You know, just want to give great feedback to people. I accept your contribution to society. Whether you like it or not, you've been helpful today. No one sent demos yet? It goes with my track record. Yeah, a lot of people, you know, don't get around to playing when I send them. Everyone died, as far as you know. I mean, I'm the first one to reach the end, intentionally or otherwise. I am very proud. I will go down in the annals of history for this. I made you doubt that New York had tarmac as street surface? Shame on me. It is tarmac. We call it asphalt. What did I lead you to believe? I apologize. I didn't mean to dissuade you. I hope the render's coming along. Like it was looking good yesterday, and if you're just working on materials, I'm sure it's like so much better today. I bet you have at least two more things with a material. Trying to set the bar really low so that way you can blow me away. I hope two isn't too high. Maybe it's one perfect one. Maybe you just had one that is so photoreal. Or you're working on it. That's you know what? It's Friday. No standards today. Oh man, look at how brief that is. It did stuff. It did stuff, and it's just like, yep, that's what I did. This one's kind of annoying, but this is only for the demo that we have here. This one seems a little silly. We'll put this in anyway. Whatever. When I need them, they'll be there. Asphalt, you forgive me? Thanks for the follow, Crouchy. You've been polishing little stuff? Beppo is a pizza place now. Okay. The logo is a piece of pie? Ooh. I'm excited. I'm just gonna keep Denizen art open just in case anyone posts any art. Like if anyone wanted to make me a trophy for being the first person to beat a dungeon game, I'd accept that because I'm a champion. Just it happens like that. Or a pizza place. I would totally accept a beautiful pizza place of cartoon origin and sketch origin. Okay, flipping. We don't need to know flipping. Ooh. Drawing is pretty good. If it's just a couple things here and there, sure. I want these huge chunks of collapsed messages. Don't help. So brief. Single messages. Drawing pieces out. That's a logical thing to be put out. Story at 04. Story with ID 1. Perfectly fine. Yeah, definitely good messages. There we go. Okay, and then maybe clean up some warnings. Because if the compiler is going to say unreachable code, yeah, then maybe it's just worth taking out. Oh, yes. Fine. It'll forever be in the repo. Hashtags to hashtags, bits to bits. None of this is what I thought it was going to be. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, fine. It's gone. It's gone. I did. I committed. No more warnings. Less outputs. More relevant outputs. Okay. Found the crash issue. Nice job. Opening Gano today after all. You know, every day just a little bit. BRB, no worries. Found the crash issue. What was the crash? The good one? Okay. Come over here and it should recompile or be recompiled. Hmm. Yeah, I do want to do a game jam. It would be so irresponsible. I would definitely be putting off other work that I should be doing. When you restart the game after dying, it tries to record the demo from objects that were previously freed. You didn't clear the array of recordings when stopping. Okay. That's fair. Are you doing the recordings? Are you storing the button presses over time? Did I ask this already? Button presses with time signatures, or I guess in mine I liked, instead of, you could log button presses if you wanted to subvert, but had built-in difference logging, and then every so often it would have a hard tick for where it should be to make sure that it doesn't offset too much when it's being replayed. Input is unreliable to store. That's how I felt. But I saw a lot of articles that were like, oh, the only good way I've ever found is to log the button presses. Select properties on select objects. Nice. And wait, is it just all the time? Every frame? Or every tick? Like if you're going to put an increment in? Or do you have timestamps to make sure that you're synced with something? Some are every fixed tick, some are selective? Cool. Great minds come to similar solutions. That's what I get from that. Okay, this should have done thing. And I brought addressables in. I think Zombie's right, it's such a weird system. Actually, can I complain for a second? Yeah, I think he'll totally agree with me on this one. Addressables. Is it groups? No, there's so many things. Can't even find it. There's like addressable settings. That's not even it. There's so many little things. Manage group. No, that would be this. I lost it. There was a menu that has 4 different fields that show you paths, and none of them are selectable, and none of them are like something that you would have set. They're all like kind of like weird temporary paths. Not quite temporary. But never mind. Don't look. Don't look. Just, it's not settings. Files? Oh my god. This has actual paths? So somewhere else, it has all of this exact data in places that you can't actually touch. It's just like, I just need to copy and paste this. I didn't spend enough time with it. Clearly, it's profiles. What's the event viewer look like? What is this thing? Yeah, okay. Goodbye. Analyze. I don't think I want to touch hosting. I can't even find the thing again. What? I have to dig into the system. But you go in and they like show you, oh, it's so cool. You just use an addressable reference in your code. And it's like, okay, but your editor is a big nightmare. Like, why? There's so many windows. One of these. It's just, it's so much. So much to learn. Still, I swear, there was something. Wait, is this building a whole game? Should just be building a very small asset bundle that has like 5 houses in it. The player and enemy positions are every frame, but things like chest opening are on demand. Okay, that makes sense. Wait, did it? What was there? I don't get it. Ever. Running away from this. It's also like it's the same exact path. The addressable name is the same as the path. Why would that be true? Why would you have that redundancy? Exact name. Done. Systems for the birds. I mean, I'll figure it out eventually, but with great hardship at a later time. The on-demand things are stored in a queue, so they can be recorded at most a tick later, which you found doesn't affect much. Okay, what is the increment between ticks. Yeah, I guess if you're on a tick system and you're going to replay on the tick system, then it's a lot easier. Don't have to worry about, you know. Yeah, increments are good. I'll stick with that. Throwing inputs aren't reliable, especially when you mess with variables. Yeah, that is totally true. Okay, 60 frames per second. Not bad. And how big are the... Okay. Like, it's just for internal use, right? Yeah, like 25 megs for probably the one where I beat it. Because that was probably the longest I had. Yeah, that could add up a little bit. Especially if you have multiple levels. If you were doing a server client arc, you'd be recording the packets into the client demo and just replaying that. I remember doing mine locally, but then getting it to be server loadable was like just chunking it up into binary that you could stream over. It wasn't too bad. Yo, Icon, what's up? How's your Friday? Yo, productive time, how are you? Hello? You missed Yag's game. I played Yag's game. It was amazing. And Ero. I should never forget Ero. Ero did like half of it. Can't think of many uses for server playable demos anyway. Yeah, it's just a feature to have. Go to some house chores? Good luck. Do you enjoy the house chores? Depending on the chores, I could be fine with it. Putting dishes away in the dishwasher? Fine with that. It's a good one even. Floors? Floors aren't the worst. Oh, security cameras. Dang, okay. Well, that could be fun. Make sure you go all the way through, though, because if people see the wires hanging out, you know, I think that defeats the purpose. That's how the Half-Life family does it. Just record all incoming packets, and when playing back, it's a server that sends them to the client. Okay. Handing the wires now. Good. Perfect. Yeah, enjoy your security system. It's still very weird that this odd noodle kind of loses his normal map in the shade. Okay, these dragonflies have gotten so aggressive. Get out of my life, dragonflies. No one wants you here. Okay, and frame rate is absolutely butt. It's better. So yeah, what's next for dungeon game? Do you have like a to-do list? Do you have the upcoming feature list? Excited for the next patches. Speaking of which, I can't forget that Vampire Survivors also has an update. Level 2? 2 new enemies? Lore? Oh my god, this could be lore? Greygasm. The patches will only be fixes to existing beta issues until the actual game is done. Okay. Okay, I'll be patient, I guess. If I have to be. Enemies? I'm a little hesitant to raise the density of enemies. I don't know if it should feel more like exploration or more like an assassination attempt. Depending on how you feel, it might become a long-term thing. You'll see. You definitely want a break. Yeah, I get that. There's a beetle. Oh, it's even one of the ones that hopefully, fingers crossed, aims correctly. Okay, horn. Come at me. Oh, yep, right in my face. Man, he kind of works better than he ever has before. His aim range could be maybe a little bit higher. Also been toying with the idea that they should not, maybe this is obvious, but they should go to like their mid-range instead of their max range. It's a little too finicky. So I mean, what game are you going to take a break on? You can do a game jam to take a break from the game jam? Okay. Give me your money, kid. There's skeletons up here? How long have I been playing this on stream? Have I ever seen skeletons up here? And this is why we don't have melee enemies. Because if they worked well, I'd be murdered. I wonder if I fixed a bug somewhere that's now allowing this group of enemies to actually spawn. It's a mangrove. Like, we've been in the mangrove for a while. You want to get back to your FPS? Cool. This one is giving you capital I ideas. That sounds awesome. Wait, have I... You know what? Pretend I've never heard of your FPS. What is your FPS? Get him. Oh, so last night I upped the blur steepness. I think steepness might be getting close to actually being able to place rocks correctly, which is big. I don't know why I'm dragging my feet on it, because I'm afraid if it doesn't work, I'm like out of ideas. I'm washed up. I'm a has-been. I'm a never was, never will be. Or not. It'll be fine. But we should try it again, because at least we can get cliffs and the area slightly surrounding cliffs to have some nice stark contrast. Plays a Russian cop in a Russian town post. USSR collapse and suddenly aliens invade. Or maybe it's the US. Find out next time on The Game Has No Name Yet either. Yeah, I also need to join the this game needs a name support group. Because Macablo, no one's gonna buy Macablo, right? It needs a better name. It needs to be like Kobold Mech or something. Something that doesn't sound dumb and abstract. Because then I'm just another dumb abstract game that people have to figure out, and no one has time to figure me out. I'm not upfront about who I am, they're gone. I don't know. I guess I have to test with Macablo. More of a political satire than a game? I mean, as long as you have a goal and agreed upon rules, then it's a game. Oh my god. I found a cat lady. And I don't remember how dangerous they are. I think I toned them down, but I don't know if I want to find out. Oh my god, it really gets the spray on. I think she already got my torso. I don't know if you noticed, but torso movement gone. She's half gone. Oh, and now I can't see her. Okay, I've been thinking about instead of completely disabling the torso, because it can be... Well, I either need to recenter it and disable it, or just slow it down, because it's kind of a death sentence. Might be okay. Hard game is fine. Thankfully, I'm just stuck, circle strafing. Got him. Okay, so now we need to go back to town. Come on, don't do this town portal. I can't even see you. Oh, but I want the stuff. Because, of course, I'm a loot goblin. Give me that beetle prong. 92 damage. Oh, boy. You've agreed with yourself that you'll split the work with yourself to make everything? It's a good idea. At least no one's getting complained about it, right? Oh, you're doing all the... You're not doing enough work. You're not pulling your weight. Mm-mm. Don't need that. Okay, cat, why don't you die? Oh, he might already be... Okay, now if we can find the town portal again. Oh no. Get away from me, cat. I'm so not in a state. This is hard. But also maybe it's kind of like the survival horror part of mech games. It's like your mech doesn't work and you have to deal with the fact that your functionality is shut off. Okay, legit, where did that portal go? Okay, I see enemies. I don't know. Alright, we're gonna hit T and move forward. Boom, okay, finally. There we go. Came online again, now we can move. Where's the town portal though? Oh, it's like in the ground. Kind of subpar. Did that glitch out? I don't know. We'll ignore it for now. Put that in the back of our minds. Your contract says the agreement is between Yag and Yagich. Or the and Yagich. I see, a three-party contract. Oh, that sounds cool. How much of your FPS do you have? Of course, the is our notary. I mean, need one, right? Very important. We have enemies. We need placeholders to make the world feel a little better. Or maybe just like the graphic pass. We need more quests. Not a lot. You're still in the early stages of figuring out the asset creation pipeline. Fair. Have a few frameworks in already? Ooh, okay. Okay, yes. You see the edge? Now we have a nice line of where the edge is of cliffs. And my game will already be better than Zelda. Because Twilight Princess, I can't even tell you how much progress I lost when I fell off a random cliff that was not in any way identifiable as a cliff in the Zora water place. Stupid Twilight Princess. So, big cliff indicating rocks. And then I think we get the same down the bottom. Good stretch. That's all cliff rock, all cliff rock, all cliff rock. Cliff rock at the bottom, and then flattish. Get out of my ocean. Get out of my sky. Ocean. My sky ocean. Cool. Can even kind of see the bottom lip on the mini map. I love it. Okay, places. Weapons are easy to make, mostly declarative. I mean, decorative. Could be declarative, I guess. I declare you a gun. I can't be if you bothered to make a few superclasses for common weapons that don't need special code. Okay. And the player controller is nice? Okay. Yeah, I've been working on player controller myself. It's one of the more solid things I have, I think. No, declarative. It gives values and it behaves like a weapon. Okay. Yeah, I have some of the data for my weapons broken out. So you have a trigger that I thought it was going to be more, but there's like a trigger which you pull the trigger and it fires. There's charge, which you pull the trigger and you hold and it fires when you release if over a certain time. And then I guess channeling, which is while you're holding the trigger, things are happening or it's firing. And then I have actual damage emitters, and they can usually nest. You can have like a spread damage emitter that has a laser in it. You can have a spread damage emitter with like gravity projectiles or homing projectiles. Yeah, but I needed like a ton of variety in my weapons and nothing like specific. I don't need like an SMG, an assault rifle, a handgun. I kind of need like, I don't know. Mech games are all about variety of how weapons fire, damage types, graphics. That's kind of what I opted with. You declare it a weapon, you put in a couple of data classes. Figures it all out. But then, yeah, so the special code, I guess, lives in the damage profiles that we're putting together. Nice, thank you. It's okay. It's not a perfect system. It works for what we're doing. But yeah, so declarative. I mean, would you have like one mutable weapon? I guess the real question is, what are the special guns that you might be considering? Get 'em. Ooh, homing. And everything's starting to feel kind of good. So I'm just gonna fix like world generation. So like backend save stuff on the to-do list. Guess we have to try the props again. I don't remember where we left that. That's probably just tweaking numbers. The fact that you can see a chunk props kind of out there. Sometimes I like that there can just be like water suspended at the top of a cliff. How fantasy is that? It's not a bug, it's a feature that you don't see in any other fantasy world because they're not brave enough to show you grass wall and river hat. Probably also want sensible ways to go up instead of just like using your jump jets to ram your mech into the side of a mountain and then just appearing on top. But no, my world, it's unique and interesting. Like a special snowflake. Enough customizability to make a weapon without much code? Sounds good. Gonna be a ray gun that can instantly penetrate walls and an upgrade to it where it will ricochet the beam. That sounds awesome. Okay, I'm there for that. This give me old vibes. The cliffside forest. Yeah, so this is a river that was just on the side of a continent. That's just random. I would be really excited to get the map generation to happen faster so we can actually iterate or see what other maps. Right now we're stuck on one seed because if we don't change the seed, it keeps loading the same map over and over. Yeah, this seems like it's upside down, but it's how rivers were kind of supposed to work. The water just peeks out. It's like slightly validating. That's one of the special guns. Sounds pretty special to me. So I'm just picturing Americans dressed in like really oversized alien suits from like the 50s. Okay, you need to calm down. A problem. Gargoyle. Oh wait, if he landed, that could be a good thing. We're gonna see the first attack from a gargoyle. Throw something at me, you fool. I haven't seen them attack in quite a while. It might be slightly busted, but they're supposed to land, pick up a bunch of rocks, and then, you know, throw the rocks at you. That was the idea. But as I got everything else together, I guess I may let these guys slide. I bet there's a chance that he will. He seems like he's trying to aim. Maybe. Oh wait, you know what? You can touch him. Find me. Find him. Let's increase the angle that he wants to aim. Or that he can be aimed before he actually shoots. And if it works, then we make it true for everybody. Okay, entity sensor could probably be a little bit longer. Save that one. And he's so derpy, and I kind of love it. It's gonna hurt me to actually have to fix him, because it's... Maybe I keep it. Maybe there's something beautifully unnatural about him. And that's the feeling I want you to have, because gargoyles are stone creatures that somehow fly. There's nothing natural about that. Okay, wait, what if we increase it? Min range is already pretty decent. Just give him a really wide range of pieces to throw at me. Please? Are they doing the aim? Actually, I'm making that up. What's in his brain? Reposition. Think means he has stuff. Trying to get... behind me? Verb? No problem. Getting stones. Okay. He's walking around. He's close to me. And flying reposition. Okay, and now throw stuff. Alright, whatever. He's done. Done with you. I tried. Gave you time. We'll just debug you later. There's something about the trees. I like the trees. This is taking forever. See, complain and things happen. Okay, looks like another river. Once we get art that doesn't suck in this. Quests and more items and balance. And the boss to have a goal to get better, to beat. It's actually not that much. I'm running out of things to procrastinate with before, you know, like, I don't know, next stage of game dev. Putting in content, getting it ready for people to actually sit down and try. I need to give directionality. I get so lost. I meander so much. We should go find a town and sell some stuff because we have a lot of items. Cool. I like walkover pickup. feel like it's okay in this game. I'm still on the fence about it in Diablo. Like auto gold pickup, auto item pickup. Like prioritizing what you're clicking at any one time is kind of part of the game. In this instance, prioritizing where you are, which is also part of Diablo 2, is also part of the game. So I feel like, yeah, if you're gonna drive over an item, you're also not in the optimal place to have killed that creature usually. Yeah, I think it's enough of a sacrifice. Now I'm just playing. I should really stop playing. That's an ocean. I should not go in the ocean. But I am excited about having better cliff highlights. Welcome back, Yag. Another one, flying fools. Check my to-do list. I'm sure there's at least one thing we could poke at. I keep forgot. I think the biggest thing that we actually need to change is the map generation. Even if we keep everything else placeholder, people accept that things are janky as their game testing. We still have the fact that it takes 10 minutes to start the first game. That, like, I find unacceptable. I'm upset for you. And then less important, I have ideas about how to make the game start up a little bit faster. We just need to preload a couple of pieces of data and just carefully keep it default set. Okay, you know what? I'm an idiot. First projectile, yes please. Instead of shotgun. Yes, I like burst. I like burst. So fast. I could tell like the entire movement speed for him. I guess animation speed translates into movement speed. Okay, I don't know where he went. There he is. Okay, this guy's too annoying. I actually feel the need to fix. We'll do it live. Animator for Gargoyle. Is it in-fly transition? That's a flying blend tree. Wait, can you have a multiplier? Well, these are all the multiplier. And this is also a multiplier. Let's do 0.2. Do you ever walk? Do I ever see him walk? hates that. I murdered him. He had no chance. Went right into the code. I ripped his speed out. Nothing he could do. Cruel? Maybe. Deserved? I like to think so. Did I get a... I got a set projectile. I think this is a set burst weapon in my chest. Do I have the other paired set item? I do. And now it has plus 27 damage. Okay. I am a powerhouse now. Need some moments of my time to talk about the robot ideas from yesterday? Okay. Yeah, what kind of things were you wondering about? I don't know how you would make the mechanized frame, but I think you might need to design the frame first before we figure out what we wrap it in. Yeah, fire away. Maybe... I don't know, we just got the set item. Let's kill a couple more things. Okay, not bad. They're a little bit tanky. I wonder if on the water I could do a pass that shades everything underneath it. Just like a really simple thing that just does the whole plane and then clips if it's above the water. But that sounds too easy to be possible. A pipe dream. Don't remember the main idea of the robot you were thinking of? You sat in front of FreeCAD and went blank on ideas. We would need to pick probably a creature. I said a lot of things. Desktop cow was one of them. Just like a cow that's grazing and eating fake desktop grass. Oh, and there was the cat. That was more, I think, for Toast. But yeah, if you make people's customized animals, like a dog or a cat, where they sit there, so the base has to be like heavy and solid. You can put all the batteries and stuff in there, and then you just have it like kind of like look around, kind of acknowledge you, have the blinking. But yeah, then a nice silicone wrapper. Yeah, whatever you want to do. I'm down for anything. It all sounds really cool. I'm sure if you just push what you're working on a little bit further, we'll meet in the middle. I didn't expect you to already have eyes done. They look done. Really impressive. That program, FreeCAD, is such a pain to use. You can't imagine designing something in it. I've never actually tried it. Though I did use OpenSCAD for, I don't know, like an hour. That was kind of fun. Yeah, felt like I would really need a project and a little bit of experience in it. Not like professional experience or anything, but just like, to make a couple of projects that fail before I got a good parametric file. One of them fancy underwater forests. There's a lot of processing that I want to add on top of stuff. Or that I feel like I might end up having to put in. Sure, it's fine for people who know what they're doing. That's how I feel about Blender. Except for the nodes. The nodes are good. Everything else is like, yeah, if I knew how this worked, I knew I'd be doing it. Is the first software suggested to you free and Linux support? It's a good reason for it. You always remember your first. Maybe you have some notes on using FreeCAD. See, I would just normally use Maya, but Catalyst brings up a good point. There's lots of things that, box modeling software is not good for. Having a better NURBS-like workflow, kind of preferable. Man, I'm tired. Not very many options in the FOSS and CAD category. That's fair. CADs are a lot of work. Though I feel like a lot of the base things from CADs are already open source. Like Maya has a bunch of open source Boolean stuff. I think there's open source beveling, algorithms. Let's see why not, actually. It is a lot of work, but a lot of it's out there for you to just put together. There's people making their own game engines. There should be people making their own CAD software. You're gonna try Blender, but not sure of it working for what you want to do. Depends on what you want to do. Blender can output a lot of different files. I'm sure it could do printer files if you wanted to, STLs. But yeah, if you're comfortable in a CAD and you don't need sculpting kind of stuff, then you might not need Blender. Man, so tired. 2 yawns. I'm about to pass out. So it is going to be break time. I should take a quick break because we actually have to end at 6 today. Apologies. I know things are a little weird. Oh, this has been a good game test. What level did I get to? I'm level 29. Okay, we need to balance things. I probably shouldn't be 29 in a level 8 area. Cool. So tired too. Gotta take a nap. Reminds me of a song by a fantastic band that's gonna be on tonight. Um, Fantpla? Does this one still work? Yeah, shout out to Fantastic Plastics, who has a wonderful song called Energy, which is very appropriate. About taking naps. They actually just put an album out recently. You should check it out on Spotify. I'm sure it would help. Made the mistake of taking a nap yesterday, ended up sleeping for 6 hours. No thanks. Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, naps are not for me. Like, for me, if I nap, it would either be, yeah, like a full sleep, or it would be me laying down trying to sleep for like half an hour, and then getting up and being like, well, that was a waste of time. You know? Anyway, let me take a quick break and a stretch so I can sign off with some sort of energy. Oh, okay. I'm back. I don't know what we're doing, but we're back to it. Let's do a shout out for Greg, because he's going to be streaming in 2 hours. Look back. Thank you, Yag. Shout out to Booster Greg. What a wonderful, entertaining streamer. Variety streamer. With so much entertainment. No, that's alright. Put so much time into the entertainment of his stream. He edits like cool videos for like intros to his game session. It's really nice. And then the games themselves, dressed up with so many fun effects. Such a wonderful cast of people in his chat. Check him out if you have nowhere else to be this Friday. Did I hear the last Beatles song and see the video? I saw that it existed. Am I the worst for not jumping on it? Is it good? What did you think, Crouchy? Is it worth it? Is it worth my time? I mean, obviously they're the Beatles, but so there's a new Depeche Mode song that came out like yesterday. I listened through that. It was okay. I kind of figured they would have picked the speed up a little bit because more modern times, but they like slowed down a little bit. And then Jethro Tull also, I don't remember what it's called. Something about the wolf. I don't know. Some of my favorite bands are letting me down right now. Not letting me down. They should be able to do whatever they want. It's just not vibing with me. So I don't know. Are we gonna add the Beatles to that too? Love to know your take. I'm trying to think of when I'll check it out. Probably see it soon. Or maybe not. If you don't like it, then I'll probably forget about it. Here's a hot take. Beatles aren't all that good. Yeah. They have a couple songs that I like. I enjoyed that Yellow Submarine animated film. Yeah, I don't know. They're a little bit overrated, in my humble opinion. But I can appreciate them too. You think it's a solid Lennon Beatles song. Sappy, but it has its nice melancholy and nice texture of orchestration. Video is quite cool. The integrated old footage works pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out then. You agree? Yeah, see, my favorite Beatles song might be. Is it Eleanor Rigby? Is that what the song is called? And I feel like that's not the take of your average Beatles fan. You know, they're like. Actually, is Yesterday a Lennon only song? Like a solo? The Beatles to release AI powered new song with Lennon's voice. Welp, I'm out. Yeah, that's fair. So wait, is that what this song was? This new release? I don't know if I should look it up. I don't need to be recommended Beatles stuff. I'm sure I'll just click on it when it gets recommended again. Yeah, I don't know. I think this might be the okay space where I'm not like offended by using people that have passed away's voices, right? Doing the Frank Sinatra covers of things, I'm like, I'm fine with that. I don't want to listen, but whatever. And then like Plankton sings is kind of amazing. So like there's a couple things coming out of it that I'm like, if it just stayed in this kind of like harmless area where it, I don't know, maybe only hurt the people really holding on to old music copyrights to the detriment of society. I don't know. Plankton Sings is also cool because there's just probably more songs than you could get the original voice actor to sing comfortably. Right? You could just, like, obviously he should be doing the voice acting, but when we're doing the memes, like, being able to have a meme database that's so big is kind of amazing. Just look up any Plankton Sings blank and it comes up. Like, that is kind of beautiful in some way. But also horrifying to think just like we're chugging through our climate. We're just like burning trees, creating ghost forests. But filling up databases with cartoon characters, doing voiceovers of popular songs. Yesterday's Def a McCartney song. Oh, okay. See, don't even know. I had a very, very small Beatles phase. It's never going to be harmless like that. You think you'd like to see more consent-based AI? I totally agree. I think the way it should have happened was that models were released for people to train themselves, and it was never released with pre-trained sets. That's what the biggest problem is. That's what everyone is fighting, is that you got to train it on stuff. So yeah, it's super powerful, but it's also powerful because you just stole all the info and put it in. Like, when I first heard about AI and style transfer stuff, I was like, it would be really cool to take all of the renders I've done, put them through a learning algorithm, and you just see what you could get from kind of like remixing your own art or finding things, getting the computer to do things in your style that you haven't done yet, just to ideate, could be really cool. I feel like we skipped right past that. Like, it exists, but it's like niche. The AI was the cleanup, the bad quality of the demo sound of Lennon singing. Someone was telling me about one of the Beatles documentaries, some sort of behind the scenes thing where Lennon is absolutely, he hates his own voice. He does the singing and stuff, but like he would have someone else's voice completely if he could. You say that you don't really want to see AI in general, but that would be a good first step. I mean, I think that should have been the only step. Was like, hey, here are these tools. Like everything else, it's just like, here's a tool you can use to make your own art. Not like, I don't know, giving everyone else's stuff away for free. Yeah. It just went too far. I liked it when it was small. When it was just a tool for tech people to use to do stuff. But I guess the problem is to get from users that know what they're doing, to get from like power users to the general public, you need to pump it full of so much automation or so much data that it seems automated. Much less viable. The AI wasn't used to generate new music. Okay, Craigie, I understand that. In this case, it doesn't super apply. I feel like we have gone on a tangent. I mean, I find it creepy visually when you're using AI to clean up or post-process stuff. I find the Apple way of doing it creepy. I find the Corridor Crew way of doing it creepy. Like, yeah. I don't have enough experience with music to be immediately creeped out by it, especially because I haven't heard it yet. I might form an opinion on wanting things to be more dirty and crispy, and if you're gonna take like vocal fry out of somebody, then like no thank you. I usually like vocal fry. For you, as it stands, you have two problems before you'll consider thinking about an AI in any non-negative light. One, corpo's out, which won't happen. I totally agreed. Don't train gigantic models on publicly available datasets without the express consent of the parties involved. Impossible. True. Well, it would be detrimental. We'll never get there. But like in a dream world, if we're just gonna turn around tomorrow and make AI okay, like yeah, you're right about never being able to get corpos out because we're not post-stage capitalism. We can't get corpos out of anything. But yet I don't think the models should be so gigantic. And I think they should be voluntary. I think if people were like, please submit your stuff so it can be part of this thing, then people would be like, cool, this feels community driven. This feels like I get representation inside of a place that I choose to be. And that makes sense to me. But yeah, we had tomorrow, if we were just gonna make it okay, we would just have to scrap all of the data in there, most of the trained models and most of the training sets, and just throw them out. And then there'd probably be a whole lot of businesses around gathering those data sets, hopefully in legal ways. We know, the world we live in, obviously it would be a whole nother scam situation, but it's a different scam. It's a different thing to have to deal with, right? Because if we are talking anti-AI, we are hitting some people that are doing work that does help humanity and does further everything, I would feel. But you can't, AI is just such an umbrella topic right now. You have 1,000 graphics, you want like an AI to generate new stuff off of, but then you curate and try to steer the style, right, Cryogy? I think that would be really cool. And for point 2, you don't mean the copyright holders, you mean the actual people. Yes, I can agree with that too. Except for the point of when something has passed from copyright into public domain. I don't know if that should be integrated into everything. Again, I don't like the idea of having a big data set. I like the idea of small boutique data sets for what you need. Think of a model of your creativity that would be fantastic existential artwork. I mean, yeah, I think so. And it's out there, you can do it, and I think you have to have created enough work to put through it. But it's still there. It's a possibility. I might try it someday. You have to go? You have to do some research on VTube and AI stuff? Love y'all. Bye, fam. Bye, Robo. Have a great weekend. Or like, not quite weekend yet, right? Yeah, have a good Saturday. Hopefully I'll see you streaming soon. 2 is impossible because that currently the only way models are able to work. This is true. Like, it would have to be an acknowledged step back for society at this point because some people are just clutching at it so hard. We don't know why models work. So we just throw data in and eventually gets to the point where we're able to compress the data to a satisfactory size. We can somewhat store terabytes of cosine transforms now. Yes. So when I first started looking into AI, before the large learning model stuff, but still after Python kind of took up the reins of doing so much of the machine learning stuff, after the 30 series, or like around the time of the 30 series of graphics cards, um, the thing that I was worried about is like, you don't do anything. You just pass some stuff around in code. You do less code than you would do if you were writing something that did something. I don't know. I don't know how else to put it. You're really just doing a couple of things to color some things and pick some colors. Just to like overly super simplify it. But then under the hood, you have deep learning, which is making black boxes of neural networks that you don't have access to as a machine learning expert. Or like in theory you don't. Like a lot of people, you just don't go into it. You're not going to start touching the neural network that trained your data set. And that's where I was out. I was like, this could have been cool, but like they don't teach neural network stuff. They completely separate it into the two different fields of the people making neural networks that are hard and black boxed, and the people that are using the crayons to color on the black box. Hey, product time. Didn't I say hi already? You get 2 highs. You deserve it. You're worth it. Sure, it's 6 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock. I gotta go. The wife made curry yesterday. It's ready now. Don't ask. Don't ask. It's a whole thing. But I gotta go. I will see you Monday between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you, all my lurkers, my chatters, my VOD watchers. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for showing up. Hope to see you Monday. Hope you have a great weekend. Yeah. And that's me. Bye-bye. Ending stream. There it is. Bye.